Hey, good afternoon, everyone. It's Pastor Bramnick at Holy Shepherd Lutheran Church. Today is Thursday. It is June the 20th. It's time for our daily devotion. We are in the book of Proverbs today. We're in chapter 22, and we're starting at verse 22. Do not exploit the poor because they are poor, and do not crush the needy in court. For the Lord will take up their case and will plunder those who plunder them. Do not make friends with a hot-tempered man. Do not associate with one easily angered, or you may learn his ways and get yourself ensnared. Do not be a man who strikes hands in pledge or puts up security for debts. If you lack the means to pay, your very bed will be snatched from under you. Do not move an ancient boundary stone set up by your forefathers. Do you see a man skilled in his work? He will serve before kings. He will not serve before obscure men. When you sit to dine with a ruler, note well what is before you, and put a knife to your throat if you are given to gluttony. Do not crave his delicacies, for that food is deceptive. Do not wear yourself out to get rich. Have the wisdom to show restraint. Cast but a glance at riches, and they are gone, for they will surely sprout wings and fly off to the sky like an eagle. Do not eat the food of a stingy man. Do not crave his delicacies, for he is the kind of man who always is thinking about the cost. Eat and drink, he says to you, but his heart is not with you. You will vomit up the little you have eaten, and you will have wasted your compliments. Do not speak to a fool, for he will scorn the wisdom of your words. Do not move an ancient boundary stone or encroach on the fields of the fatherless, for their defender is strong, and he will take up their case against you. Okay, we'll stop there for today. So twice now it's repeated about not moving this ancient boundary stone, and the thought there is that you're trying to just get a little more land for yourself, that you're thinking only of yourself, and you're not being, considerate of your neighbor. And really that's the heart of the second table of the law, right? Love your neighbor as yourself. So very difficult for us to do because, we're always thinking in terms of security, right? I need to get more. I need to save more. What if a bad day happens, rainy day? What if I'm without a job? What if I lose this? I've always got to be getting more for myself. And, in faith, we trust that God will provide for us, that we can be generous, even when we don't have that much, and that the Lord will still continue to watch over us. It's not prosperity gospel stuff, which says that you give in order to get, and you're actually giving with the expectation or with the motivation that God is going to give you stuff back, even more than what you had before. That's what we call the prosperity gospel. But this is just looking out for others. There's a couple of things in here then also about dining with a rich man, or rather with a leader, and, eating his food, or dining with a stingy man and eating his food. And you have both of these extremes. Proverbs does that a lot of times. It sets forth the ditch on the left side of the road, the ditch on the right side of the road. And, our path is to stay in the center. It's not to be given to these extremes, right? It's also not to be seduced by riches. The Bible does talk about that. If you're given a lot, and then you honor God with that, and you support His church, you support other ministries or other charities out there. You're generous. Obviously, we all can think of the Ebenezer Scrooge movie, right? And that's sort of the opposite of what God calls us to be. But we also remember Jesus, who emptied himself of everything and gave up everything in order to save us. That although he was rich in every accolade and status, he denied those things in order to restore our relationship with God. So we are grateful to him for that. And, we're grateful for the salvation that we have in Jesus. All right, let's continue with the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift his countenance upon you and give you his peace. Amen. All right, announcements for today. So Vacation Bible School starts this coming Monday. We have a 2 o'clock deadline today for snack items. I'm going to be here up to about 12:15, which may not be too much longer after this post, but you can call up here. There's a number of people up here today and who are here right now. Mahjong is still going on. So if you want to bring up some donations, and I think we have more staff coming in later this afternoon, feel free to come by. If no one is here, you can leave it on the blue bench back in the courtyard over here, and we'll be sure to get it when we come. Let's see, what else can I tell you? Mahjong is happening right now. Next week, Mahjong will be happening again at its usual time of 10 a.m. There is no adult instruction class next week because of Vacation Bible School. And I think that's it. Thank you for watching. God bless your day. And there is no devotion tomorrow because I will be off, but I will be seeing you again Saturday. Take care.